Alright guys, welcome, or sup dogs, I'm Kusky the Husky, and today we are doing some Pokemon today. We are doing a Pokemon tier list for the starters, final evolutions. We're going to do a bunch of these, so yeah. So we're going to start off with Venusaur. I'm going to put Venusaur here into the B tier. Sorry Venusaur, I wish he could have been higher, but honestly, I guess there's some starters that I like better. You know, that's the thing. Now, it's not like any of the starters are like my favorite Pokemon, but still, by the way, why aren't these two swapped? Yeah, that's what I thought. But, you know, he's still really cool. I don't have anything wrong with him, but he's kind of like neutral feet. Alright, so Charizard I have to go with A. He's A tier, especially because, like, I'm pretty attached to him. He's my favorite of the three starters, and I used him on my Let's Go Pikachu. I didn't do Pikachu. I did Let's Go Eevee, and he was a member of my Let's Go Eevee playthrough. He's level 93, so, and you know what? There's a few funny things about him. So, and I like his megas. Honestly, overall, not my favorite starter. Can't quite be A tier, but you know. Yeah, not all my favorite starters are going to be A tier. This is just like, the only reason I can't have him all the way at the top is because, you know, he kind of gets, like, over-glorified. So, I'm just keeping him at A. Blastoise, I'm going to go also B, kind of like Venusaur. I have, like, neutral feelings to him. I really like the Gen 1 starters, honestly. There's my thing. Meganium, I'm going to go D. It had so much potential, but it just didn't end up coming right. Actually, I'm going to move it to C because I feel like it could still fit there. He's a really cool guy. I really agree with things. I think that Meganium deserves to be there, though, because not only is it just not my favorite of all of them, like, I don't have 100% negative feelings towards it like I do some starters, but, man, I can't go positive, all the way positive on it. Typhlosion? Ooh, this is a tough one, but, Typhlosion is tough. I'm going to go A. I really want to put him S because he's so cool, but, like, I don't see on how exactly he's better than Charizard and the fact that he isn't as over-glorified, but still, I think I have better things I could put up there. Ooh, Feraligatr is another one that, like, I really like, but his body design is a little bit, like, not as brute as he looks. I gotta go B with him. I'm gonna put him in the B section. Alright. Sceptile is another A. He doesn't quite go over the top like some of them do for me. So I gotta go with him. Like, the only reason why Charizard's not in B is because of my playthrough with him. Blaziken is another A. I really like him. He's got to be one of my favorite starters, but they're still better than him. Swampert, I gotta go B because his Mega could have been better, honestly. Swampert, though, really cool Pokemon. Really good competitive bias. I love using his Mega, but it could have turned out to look way better. Torterra doesn't get enough love, man. Torterra is such a cool Pokemon. Could have been better competitively, and it doesn't get enough love. He's my homie. He's a homie. He's gonna go into A tier. I really like him. Now we start getting into that, where I really start getting like, yeah. Alright, Infernape, dude. Gotta go on top with that S tier. I love Infernape. He's gotta be one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. He actually looks good as a humanoid Pokemon. Like a Pokemon that's supposed to be humanoid looking. This Pokemon fits it so well. And he's just so cool. He's got great competitive bias. I didn't get to draft him in my little draft league, unfortunately. Nobody did, actually. He was originally drafted and then dropped, and nobody picked him back up. So, you know, I'm sorry, Infernape. You know, you're really cool. But, just, yeah. Oh, here we go. First, D tier. I don't like Empoleon. he's just... He could have turned out to be really cool, but he just... he looks like he's trying too hard, and, like, the trident mask kind of makes him, like, a little ugly. Like, I don't like him. He does not look good. Superior, I'm going to go A. I love it. Superiors are such a great Pokemon. Yeah, I'm going with A. Here we go. This is D tier again. Ugh, I hate Emboar, dude. Why? Just why? I don't know why it exists. Samurott, C tier. I don't dislike anything about it, but except for the fact that, like, I kind of wish it stood on 2 legs and its sprites, because that would have made it look really cool, much cooler, and maybe it was holding its swords and its sprites. And then, like, even though I like it and I think it's a cool starter, it could have been better. I'm sorry, man. Sorry, Samurott. But, you know, gotta put you there. Chestnut's gonna be another C tier, because cool Pokemon. Its shiny is amazing. Like, oh my god. Its shiny is just great. But it could have... Yeah. Could have made it shiny. So if that was its shiny coloring, actually... Like, if its shiny coloring was its real coloring, it would so be B or maybe even A tier. Maybe even S tier. Like, if that was its actual coloring, then it would be really cool looking. And if its shiny coloring theme kind of stuck with the others, then this would definitely be, like, probably an A tier. Delphox. I hate its design. Really do. But it's better than Braixen, and it's still kind of cool in a regard. And I like its whole magic idea. A lot of people are going to put this in D tier. I have to put it in C tier, though, because I still do like it a tiny bit. Here comes another S tier. My Greninja here. Gotta be S tier. I really like the last few starters here. Greninja's gonna be A tier. Or S tier, okay? Like, a lot of people are going to agree with this. And I have to go with it. It's S tier, okay? It's a little bit overglorified. But, yeah. You know, it's just so sick. What's not to like about it? And a lot of people are going to say that about the Decidueye. But for me, you know, it's another overglorified one that, like, I still do see, like, really cool stuff in. Like, it's kind of like Charizard for me. So I don't have much personal attachment to it, though. I honestly feel like it's such a cool idea, and they executed it perfectly. But at the same time, it doesn't really have the competitive bias that some of my other favorites do. And also, like, I can't see it doing some crazy stuff. And plus, another thing, even though it's, like, really sick, this one was, like, too overglorified. Because, like, you know, overglorifying Greninja, some people still saw the light in Delphox with Fennekin. Some people still saw the light with Chestnut's shiny. With Charizard, people see the light in Blastoise. People see the light in Venusaur. With Decidueye, everybody's like, everybody picks Rowlets. Everybody picks it, and the other two are just no good to people. That's why it has to be A tier and not S tier. But you know what is S tier? A lot of people are going to hate me for this. Incineroar. I just love it, okay? I love Incineroar as a Pokemon. It's just so cool. So cool. Honestly, a lot of people don't like its design. I think it still looks good. If you like Infernape's design, you can see the light in Incineroar's design. A lot of people were like, oh no, another fighting type. They managed to give it a dark typing, and they executed its dark typing with the Darkest Lariat move and everything really well. Honestly, in the end, I don't see how you could disgrace this Pokemon, and Litten's, in my opinion, the best of all the original starters. So, I gotta go with that. But you know what all the worst of these starters is? The wonderful, well, not really wonderful, Primarina. Got really a competitive bias. I hate its design so much, it just it makes me hate that it's got the best competitive bias, and that's why it's going to be in D tier and not anything higher. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. How about you let me know about some of your opinions? I want to know what you think. And until next time, woof, 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 woof.